Grand Rising World. It's the sun here with high vibrational information. Today it is Wednesday. It's the 8th, and we about to get it some. I got like a super great topic for you guys. I'm super juiced up. I'm super amped up, and I'm feeling good and I'm glowing. Look at my face. It's just glowing. This is just self love. Like it's just self love. You feel me? Choosing you. You gonna have to choose you. I ain't choosing nobody else but me, and a bet on me every time. And I ain't gonna lose. You feel me? Ever. So look, check it out. The message for today is that when you look yourself in the mirror, right? Like when you go in the mirror, I'm talking about right now. You looking in the mirror. Do you like what you see? Like, do you actually like what you see? Like, are you actually proud of yourself? Like, are you actually happy about the decisions you have made in your life? Like, can you really be honest and be like, I don't even like that? And then if you don't like that, do you have enough, do you have the balls to change and actually be the person that you want to be? Or are you going to let life beat you? Because that's what's taking place right now. Is that if you don't like exactly what you are, in essence, I'm talking about everything. Like, I love my tattoo. I love my facial hair. I love my eyebrows. I like my hairline if it's messed up. You know what I mean? I like my braids. Like, I like the way my body look. I like the way I've been working out. Like, feeling good, feeling great. You feel me? And all those things that I love about myself now, I had to battle an uphill battle like this, literally like an uphill battle of choosing myself. Because, like, this is what happens when you start to get in exactly what you want to be and who you are. Like, if you say you something, go be that. Like, let's go see. Like, right now, like, go be that. Like, like you timid, like you not confident, like you don't really believe it yourself. Like, what is it really? You feel me? Like, are you him? Are you not him? You feel me? Like, you gonna make it happen or not? And so when you put yourself inside of actually doing everything it takes to be exactly what you want to be, and when you look yourself in the mirror, you love and like what you see, it becomes paradise because you're really happy. Then it switches your frequency, your vibrational frequency. Like you know how we align our chakras, all our chakras, sacral, solar plexus, like heart, throat, mouth, right? Activate the crown. And once you activate that and you actually become like your higher self, like let me tell you how you unlock it. So people really need to understand. There's a lot of dimensions, but it's the third dimension and it's the fifth dimension. All right. The third dimension is when you are only aware of like right here and like right now, like your touch, your taste, your sense, your spiritual sense is not activated to where you're conscious of it now, to where like you awaken and be like, oh, now you can see it. Now reality, it's like layers of reality. It's like, how much can you see? Like they have like pictures of like people, and then you'll have like their energy, and you know how it goes back, forward and forward, like that, like an example like that. And so you have levels of yourself, but levels of expansion and levels of who you really are, because you really are like you really are a being, and this is your fallen state. So I'm talking about an elevated state, an elevated consciousness, an elevated mindset, an elevated reality, and total complete, like everything shifts. And so when you align yourself in the third dimension, the fifth dimension, when you come to the fifth dimension, now everything becomes spiritual, okay? And yes, it's still physical. Like, no, we're not in like just la la land and like flying in the stars, even though like that's where we are. Like on the inside, we are free and we're expansive and like careless and just doing whatever you do and like smooth because you in alignment with that energy. But when you're in the third dimension, that's the prison. That is like when you don't believe who you are, when you're questioning yourself, like, do I really feel like this? You need to be sure of every decision you make. Like, if you are not sure of every decision you make, that means that you don't know where you're going. When you know where you're going, you know exactly where you gotta go. You got the map, right? Like, oh, like I gotta go here, I gotta make a right, gotta make a left, gotta go down the street, and I gotta park right there, and I gotta walk in this building and go to suite one or like fucking 444. You know what I mean? So when you don't have the roadmap, you don't have no map. um, I was just gonna keep building and going higher and higher. Like I could just go into it, and like the levels of self when you're inside of self is like first level, like aware of people's energy. Like boom, that's first level. Like I'm aware of your energy. Like oh, okay, I can see your aura. I can see what type of energy you bring. Second, pay attention to what they like what type, like who are they truly. Like it comes out. Nobody can hide what they truly are. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't hide your ego because energetically it's a low vibration. So when I'm telling you right now, when you see it from a high vibration, the negative can't hide from you. It's like you see all everything, like they can't hide. And that's why they don't want me on here talking to you like this, because I'm in the fifth dimension right now, like even higher dimensions than that. But I'm here communicating you this truth from up here, like from an elevated state, from rising in myself, because the fall is in here. Like we feel like this is the matrix. Like we in like these walls right here, right? And we don't have no powers in this government, and they ruling over people and these things. But really, we're sovereign beings. But we have to raise and rise our vibration, like raise and rise our vibration, to go into our higher self. And when we get into our higher self, we develop spiritual powers. Okay, when we develop spiritual powers, we can break down their reality, because they're in the third dimension, we're in the fifth. And so the fifth dimension, the awareness is aware of when people are coming at you. You start to become psychic. You can read people's mind. Like you can see what vibration they own. You can, like, by like listening keenly to what people are saying, like you can just like, you learn you are power, you are a being. You dissect deceit. You dissect deceit. We dissect deceit. Literally, the light puts the light and it banishes the dark. So when I look at somebody, or you see anybody, you look exactly on what it is, and then it is what it is. That's all it is, and it will be what it will be. And when you can accept that and view reality for what it is and not what you want it to be, is when you will switch. Okay, when you view reality on what it is and not what you want it to be, and take your opinion on this and that, and just morally good or bad, you'll see that everything in the system is built on deceit, the third dimension. So then you have spiritual eyes over everything, and that's when you become a target. Like getting on here, like I be going through all type of shit just so I can get on here and speak to y'all. Like for real, for real. Like let me tell y'all what I be going through, and you might like, this shit is so deep. I'm talking about every single person, everything. When you are like who you say you are, you're a conscious being, and you are pushing an agenda, and it's an actual war taking place. There are opposing forces. There are witches that cast spells. There are people that come in and try to like know what you're doing. You literally have to close all dimensions, like right, like close it all. And when you close it all off, now you can have conscious power on where you want to go and where you want to navigate, because you're seeing with your third eye. You're channeling your power, and you're pushing forward with whatever you want to do, because you're really who you say you are. Like you're that guy, you're that girl, you're that being. Like you really that. And when you look in that mirror and you see yourself, you actually are what you say you are, and you're a fucking beast. So when you get into that, you gonna lose. Let me tell you what happens. When you start choosing you, when you really start choosing you gonna see everybody. When you fuck everybody opinion, you don't need opinion. Your heart is your compass. It's your compass, literally, okay? It takes you on the inside, because you start to feel, you become more alive. When you do not use your heart, you are not making a decision based on like real life. The only real thing in this fucking whole universe is love, okay? It's absolute love. This shit is built on love. When you destroy your heart, when you destroy it through doing things like things that go against who you are and what you are, and you start to feel shame. When you feel shame on yourself, on the inside for the things, or you get so numb and so cold, it means that you're dead. You're not a conscious being anymore. You are deceased. In the real world, how I say, how we have our higher self, your higher self is dead, and down here you're just dormant. You lost your soul. So to hold on to your soul, and to be actually alive, and to raise and rise your vibration here, and develop these spiritual powers, what you are going to have to do regardless, because that is where the world is taking us right now. Like, we're here right now. It's not yesterday, it's not tomorrow, it's now. Everything that I'm saying is happening now. All the floods and everything that's happened over the earth, and like how all these countries are on lockdown, you need to understand. We don't even need to understand. I'm just going to explain it, and you can take it for what it is, right? Because that's all it's going to be. I'm just here to be a beacon of truth. All these things that are happening, it's all already prophesized. This whole thing is by design. Like, it has already finished and it has already ended. You guys need to understand the story on nothing can defeat love, okay? Because it's like the creator creating something. The creation can't beat the creator. How you gonna beat your own creator, okay? And when I see me, you know, that's a whole other story, all right? But we're just gonna talk about how I was talking about developing the spiritual gifts and how to discern what is taking place. And as you start to raise and rise into this new being, as you rise out of your vessel and you become this being, so you'll stand 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet tall. Like, when they say these things, like, we're that right now, okay? You guys need to understand that you are already that right now. And when you don't let this thing lock you down, like, this thing should not control you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need power over this thing. And if you don't have power over this thing, then that means that you need to practice power over this thing, or you will never have power over your life, and you will always be beating to somebody else's drum forever. There's no escaping. You have to escape this. This right here is what you got to escape. This is the hell right here, when they try to lock you in here and you actually start to believe everything. Like, the only thing that is true, the only thing that is real is eternal, but it is actually physical too, because you start to feel it, because you are connected to it. And that's confirmation. Y'all just heard the message go off. This shit real like that. So I love you guys. It's the sun here with high vibrational information. We raising and rising our vibration. We are the gods, like 144,000 chosen people of light, like of light warriors are going to rise, and we're going to overtake the world. Like, right now we about to overtake the whole world, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the world getting taken over. This shit getting hijacked right now, and we about to switch and change everything. And people are going to die behind it. People been dying behind it, and it's real. So I'm not even going to show my aggression on here, because I'm at peace. I can't even let them feel like they got me. Like, it's just like we out here, you feel me? And so I love you guys for real. I send you guys light. I send you guys abundance. I send you guys prosperity. I send you joy. I send you integrity. I send you compassion. I send you empathy. I do not send you sympathy. I do not send you sympathy. But empathy, yes. And understanding and understanding, and I send you guys connection, so we can connect and we can raise and rise. So we here, like, y'all gotta understand, like, we all one, we all holding on like this. And so it's literally a tug of war like this going on right now. Like, who gonna overtake the world? You feel me? So more information coming soon. YouTube, I know you guys are watching this. Please give it a thumbs up or like or subscribe, right? For new information, you feel me? Because that's how you can give back to me energetically, and that's how I can really feel like, oh yeah, like, my people really out here, like, they really using information, like, and you feel me? And you use information, and then you give it to somebody, and then give it to somebody else, because you gonna change and you gonna interact with your environment, and literally we're gonna change the environment, you feel me? Because we all connected like neurons in a brain. See you guys soon.